Okay, so what we're doing today is just to show you basically how to do this first project in Tableau. This is a quick tutorial. So again, the question you're going to ask yourself is, you're going to go around and not yourself, the people you're going to ask in your survey, you're going to ask, how much are you willing to pay for whatever product it is, and then you're going to record the price that they're willing to pay, and you repeat that for 20 times, asking different people what they're willing to pay. Now, when you have your survey, again, you'll have a bunch of prices people are willing to pay, and you're going to want to sort this from highest to lowest. So I've already done that here. And then you have to go down the quantity side and sort of ask yourself, well, if the price is 5, like one person's willing to buy it. Price is 2. So our price is 3.5. 2 people will buy it. The person at 3.5 and the person at 5 would buy it if it's the price is 3.5. And the tricky parts are when people have multiple of the same. Like if the price is 3, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people buy it. So the quantity would be 4 for both of these. Okay, so repeat that all the way down. And then if you're going to do it in Tableau, and actually in general, it's not a bad idea just to add another column over here, person ID. So person ID, this is just arbitrary identifier to identify that, you asked this person one, the survey question of how much they're willing to pay. And so person ID, you can just actually enumerate 1 through 9. So in this case, in your case, it'll be 1 through 20. Once you have this, you want to save this somewhere on your computer. And then you go ahead and open up Tableau. And I'm going to use Tableau Desktop. And I think I've already done this once, but let's go ahead and just start it from scratch. So Excel sheet. This I called Powerade. That was the product actually I was asking people if they wanted to buy. It was a Powerade, and there's my Excel sheet. Okay, looks good. So this is actually when you connect to a data set like I just did, Tableau will open up this data preview area. You can connect multiple sheets and other things, but we're just going to put this one sheet. It's already up here, sheet 1. That's from the Excel sheet, and you can get a preview of it down here. Okay, looks good. You want to kind of identify that the columns are properly headed, that your data looks nice. There's nothing funky kind of going on here, which there isn't. So I'm going to go to click on the bottom, sheet 1. This is going to be your Tableau worksheet. So in your Tableau worksheet, what you're going to have to do is a couple of things. But first, we're just going to be plotting, prices and quantities. So again, quantities will be in the x-axis. See, this is like an x-axis. This is like a y-axis. Take quantity, drop it up there. That's the easiest way if you forget. And you'll see that it put it in the columns. So another way to do it, if you wanted to do this, is actually just grab quantity, drop it in the columns. Same thing, potato, potato. You got different ways of dragging and dropping. Okay, now we want to have price. Price, I will take and actually just stick on the rows. Now, one thing you'll see is it's the sum of quantity, sum of price. If I click on this dot, 22.5 is so if you add it up, what it's showing you is if I add up all of the individuals in that row for all prices, it comes up to 22.5. And the same with quantity. It doesn't really make much sense, and it's not really helpful. But so how we're going to actually get this to give the graph that we want is we're going to want to add some detail, which is this button here. And this detail button is going to be sort of the way that your data set varies. So you can think of like how it's varying, the variation. And we could think of this in a couple ways, but let's go ahead and take, we could take person ID and drag it there. That would probably work. Or let's try a couple ways. Person ID would probably be the most straightforward. I'm just kind of curious. I wonder if I drop quantity in there. No, nothing's going to happen with that. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Look, person ID. What if I take person ID and drop it in here? Oh, nice. Now I get a nice sort of scatter chart. But this scatter chart isn't exactly what we really wanted. And we need to kind of do a little bit more here. So let's go ahead And instead of having the scatter chart, let's do a line plot. So to change to a line plot, you can come up here under the marks little sub window, and on the down arrow, you can look at different types of charts that you want to create. Let's go ahead and click line. There you go. Okay, now if you want to, this is already annotated. If you wanted to say change the title up here, you can do it one of two ways. You can either double click here and type the title in. If you want to, another way to make it easier, see this is actually sheet one, this is sheet one. So if I click down here and I go demand for, what did I say? This is Powerade. Aid, I think it's spelled like that. I think they spelled it their way. And you'll see that it updated right there. Okay, so there's two ways to update the title. They're straightforward. You can also annotate different points if you want. That's not a problem either. So finally, the last step is let's get this into some sort of PDF file. So, or another way you can actually export this to a PDF, or you can export it as a PowerPoint presentation. So coming to File on the top left, you can come down to Export as PowerPoint, and I think that there's a PDF. Oh, Print to PDF. Either one of those two will work. I think now in terms of turning in your assignment actually just accepts PDFs. So go ahead and just save it to PDF. Okay, that's fine. That's one way to do it. You just save it. Another way to do it, I'll show you, is just the PowerPoint. Go File, Export as PowerPoint. This view, so you can either just export this particular view we're looking at. If you had multiple sheets, you could actually export the entire all the sheets to PowerPoint too. So we're going to go see specific sheets. In this case, there's only one sheet. We could select all. It's only one, but if you had multiple, it would put them all in different slides. Let's go ahead and save this to document. We'll call it Powerade. Okay. Now, simply put, I've got the Powerade PowerPoint presentation in my documents. And let's see here, Powerade PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Come on, PowerPoint. Choppity chop, 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 PowerPoint. What are you doing? Okay, come on. What are you doing? Powerade. Save. Oh, you know what happened? Did it not do it? Come on, it should have done this. Okay, let's just close out some of these. Actually, I don't want to go through and delete things that I'm working on some other things, and now you'll see that it is actually there. Okay, you saw that it's there. My PowerPoint is just not being nice to me. But if I go and I try to open it, it's just not being nice. But it is actually there. I don't want to mess with this. You get the point. It's there. Okay. I don't want to close down my other programs and restart PowerPoint like I need to in order to probably get this thing to open right now. My computer's being a little finicky. Yours probably isn't. And I could get this to work, but I don't want to close my other PowerPoints down at this particular moment. So please just forgive me for that. It is not totally complete. But I will tell you that once you open up PowerPoint, you can very easily transfer that to save it again as a PDF. You can actually type more information in PowerPoint, save that as a PDF, and turn that in. Or alternatively, you can also just click. So in PowerPoint, it's going to create a slide with a image file of your worksheet, your Tableau worksheet. Another option is you can actually just right-click or copy, paste that thing into a Word document. You can move it around. You can do all kinds of stuff. That's all formatting stuff that I'm going to leave to you to just work on. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, I hope. So that's a very short slide on how to do Project 1 in Tableau.